Hi everybody, I'm back with another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to this video. The title is Why You Need to Know Your Net Worth ASAP. This was posted on May 13th, 2021 by CNBC Make It. I actually don't know why you would need to know your net worth ASAP. I think things like your income and your expenses and things like that, but net worth, that's just... it's not completely obvious to me, so let's see what this video has to say.
Last time I calculated my net worth, I was at 580,000 or so.
I'm almost a baby millionaire because of my net worth.
If everything goes well, should hit the six figures mark this year.
If you're not building up your net worth and building up assets, you're always going to be working.
How much are you worth? Whether you're earning money, spending it, or saving it, it's important to know your net worth. For folks under 35, the average net worth is $76,300, but the median net worth is only $13,900. Where do you fit in? Understanding all of this can help you reach your money goals. Here's why knowing your net worth matters.
Alright, so far they've just said that it matters, but they haven't really gone into why. So...
what's interesting about net worth is that you could look like you're worth $1 million, but in reality, everything you own could be levered or have a loan associated with it. We call that all flash, no cash. Net worth is simply taking the things that you own, assets, and subtracting the things that you owe, or liabilities. Assets are everything from cash that you may have in your checking and savings account, and investments in your brokerage account. It could be your house, your car, basically anything that's worth value. Liabilities are the things that you owe, typically loans like automobile loans, student loans, and your mortgage.
When I was younger, I wasn't really thinking about how much I own and how much I still owed, but it would have been super powerful because if you do know where you are next time you're at the mall or next time you're online, you might not spend money on something that you really don't need.
Here at One Big Happy Life, we first started publicly tracking our net worth in 2017, and our net worth was negative $77,000. We wanted to show people using net worth that you can have debt and build wealth and see that number increase over time. Over the past 4 years, our net worth has increased over $500,000. And the way that we've increased our net worth has been primarily focusing on making sure that we're putting a good chunk of money every month towards building our wealth.
It's important to track your net worth so you know how you're doing financially and whether or not your wealth is increasing or decreasing. It's very possible to have a negative net worth. This means you owe more money than assets that you own.
I'm sorry, but I don't really agree with these people at all, because this they're just calculating what your net worth is at the moment. I think what's more important is where you're going, not where you're currently at. It is important to see where you're currently at, but it's not really... you can't really use that information, though.
5% of the people that I've worked with have a negative net worth, right? They have nothing invested. They just have a house, a car, all these things that are liabilities. If something doesn't pay you cash flow or isn't appreciating, to me, it's not an investment.
But that's not what net worth is, though. You can have money invested and still be at a negative net worth. But there's some things that are delayed, as in, like, for example, my spreads. My spreads, they aren't actually going to have a profit until it gets closer to the expiration date, which is like at least a year from now, you know, or however many months. So currently, a lot of my spreads, they can be of negative value at the moment, but that doesn't mean that they're it just doesn't make any sense. Like, calculating what your net worth is right now, it's not that particularly useful. I think it's more useful to see how things are actually going, where they're gonna go in the future.
Or an asset.
I would love to see you reach at least savings of 1 year of your salary by the time you reach age 30. And above that, we can continue to build bit by bit, because that sort of sets your tone for financial wellness and financial independence. The more you can save, then the more you can grow as well.
If you're seeking to get to your dream net worth by the age of 40, you can totally do it. Just keep these things in mind. Continue to invest in yourself and invest in your relationship with money. Stay away from debt that you don't need to take on.
The best ways you can increase your net worth are: first, master your cash flow. Know how money comes in and out of your life. The second thing you can do is be consistent with your savings. The goal here is to accumulate assets, not liabilities, or spend the money that you're making so you can't invest in the first place. And then the third thing is to regularly invest your money in appreciating assets. Regularly investing in the market using index funds, or contributing to your 401k, or simply saving cash in your savings account. And don't accumulate more debt, and don't spend every dollar you make, or you'll never get ahead.
While you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, let's take that little bit of surplus cash, and instead of investing in stashing it away so that you maybe have something 40 years from now, let's invest it right now into our craft right now, and develop our ability to earn more money, so it doesn't take you 3 months to save $5,000. It takes you 2 days to make $5,000.
A lot of
This video is all over the place. They're talking about net worth, you know, assets versus liabilities, but I'm having a really hard time understanding where they're going with this, because each person is in a completely different financial situation, right? One person's net worth can be much higher than another person's net worth. That doesn't necessarily mean that... I mean, the most important thing is how much you're spending versus how much you're making. Let's say that someone's net worth is, I don't know, $100,000, and someone else's net worth is $400,000. The person with a higher net worth isn't necessarily in a better financial situation. If they're in a situation where that $400,000 net worth is going to become like zero, and the person with $100,000 net worth, and they're in a situation where they're setting up their investments where they're eventually going to be at $200,000, where your net worth currently isn't the most important thing. It's where it's going to be that's the most important thing. But these people, their argument and their support doesn't make any sense. They're saying that, oh, net worth is very important, assets versus liabilities. But then their supporting argument is that, oh, well, you should set it up so that God, it's all over the place. This video doesn't make any sense.
Improving your net worth is easier said than done. It takes patience, it takes dedication, and it takes caring about your own financial life in order to get ahead.
In my opinion, poorly made video. They were all over the place with this. I don't know why this has so many likes. Because they're talking about, oh, on average, if you're by this age, you should have this net worth and whatnot. But net worth isn't the problem. It's how much you're spending versus how much you're making. And if your net worth is, you know, very high, however, your spending is completely out of control, it doesn't matter what your net worth is. However, if your net worth is kind of low, but your finances are really in control and you're, you know, saving and investing way more than you're spending, well, then you're in good financial shape, in my opinion. So I don't think net worth is the end all be all. It's where your net worth is going and how things are set up in terms of investments and how much you're spending versus how much you're, you know, making. And you could be in good financial shape if you're at a low net worth, in my opinion. Just because you have a high net worth doesn't necessarily mean that you're set up in a way that you're going to be financially well for the rest of your life. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Let's see what the comments say. Just turned 38 and hit 725k net worth this week. The beauty of starting investing at 18. Wonderful. That's great. Let's hope that he keeps on increasing. But yeah, 725K, that's already really good. I wish all this stuff was this accessible 15 years ago. If teens pay attention, they will be rich by 30 for sure. All right. Net worth also helps you to set money goals and know when you've achieved them to give yourself more freedom. All right. I changed my mind a little bit because this guy's talking about setting money goals, right? So let's say that you have, and this is what I'm talking about, because I feel like a lot of this video is talking about knowing what your net worth is right now at the moment and not setting goals for what your net worth will be in the future. And I think that's what's more important, is thinking about what your net worth will be in the future and how to reach that. So if you have goals, so for example, let's say your net worth right now is $20,000 and you set a future date, right? You want your net worth to eventually be at $100,000 in the future, and you have certain plans and certain ways of trying to get from your net worth now to your net worth later. I can see why that can be useful. And as much as having $100,000 is a great goal, even reaching a zero net worth is a big goal for so many people with massive student loans and other debts. Yeah. And honestly, having a net worth of zero, if you're set up in a way where you're going to just have a continuously increasing net worth, that's what you really should aim for. Because let's compare that to something like having $200,000 net worth. However, you're set up in a way where your net worth is constantly decreasing. That would be bad, even though you're starting out at a higher net worth. It doesn't really mean anything if you're just going to keep on decreasing your net worth over time. Robert Kiyosaki cringing on this definition of assets. Of course, they'll ask the financial advisors, ask regular Janes and Joes. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, a lot of this was so confusing. It was all over the place. They didn't really have a clear argument and support in what they're trying to explain and what they're trying to say. It was so confusing. They really should be better at explaining what they're trying to say, because I was confused and what the heck were they were trying, like, what was the point? What was the point of this video? I didn't get that. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. The same thing goes for your finances. Well, I don't know. I mean, at an extreme, like, for example, if your net worth is like -1 million, it's okay. But I feel like for most people, what matters more is the flow rather than, because net worth is not a flow. It's just calculating your assets versus liabilities. What's important is handling how your net worth is going to change over time and what it's going to be in the future rather than what it is right now. When it says why you need to know your net worth ASAP, that's the title of this video, that's present tense. It's not. I think what they should get at is how to increase your net worth. You know, tell a story of how to change your net worth over time to go up higher, not just, hey, just calculate what your net worth is now. Like, what? That's not useful. What is that going to help you do? Well, whatever. But yeah, just a short little video. That's it for now. I'm just so confused. This should be improved upon by saying how to change or increase your net worth over time rather than just calculating it and leaving it at that. It's so confusing. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.